All right, so today is July 29th, and the New York Yankees apparently still feel that they're facing the Red Sox in London, except that the Red Sox didn't forget that, and the Yankees apparently did. And
Never forget about that.
no, that's all we got. And you know what? The Yankees actually lose their first series since all the way in June 7th through 9th. You know what? My God, the sky was falling. But you know what? Because of the way, this game ended here, maybe it's not so bad after all. And we're going to go ahead and break that down. We're still pissed because this is ridiculous. But it's kind of tempered a little bit, right, Chris?
Just a bit. Let's do it.
We not live. We not live. I could just act like this. We not live. We not live.
Still recording though, so you got to edit more.
What?
You still got to edit it out. This is mad extra shit.
Whatever. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Joe's McFly. Joined here by my co-host,
Chris.
And Chris and I represent the Pinstripe Strong podcast, and we're here talking Yankee baseball, and from here to the end of time, or until they stop allowing us to make podcasts.
Not the end of that. I don't know how far in the future.
Don't worry about it. It's gonna grow. It's gonna grow.
Oh yeah, it is.
But nonetheless, the Yankees. Yankees got all right. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this shit. All right, Yankees got their ass beat.
Whoop.
Hope. Okay.
Whooped.
And it took Domingo on a Father's Day for Dominican fathers.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
All right. So happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all Dominican fathers.
It took Domingo on a Domingo. It took all of those circumstances for the Yankees to still win. And according to the relievers, barely win, but the Yankees still win and get out of Dodge alive. It was a pinball machine, long and short of it. Up in Fenway today, the ball was bouncing all over the place, and the pitching staff was, I guess, the coaching staff throwing batting practice.
Yeah.
Especially a soldier that was sacrificed by Aaron Boone for the greater good of the rest of the season.
Yeah.
For this series only, we will be reviving him, of course, after this. But Masahiro Tanaka, he took it on the chin there, brother.
Yeah, the Yankees. Aaron Boone and the Yankees got the 7 Dragon Balls, and we're wishing you back, Tanaka.
Wish him right on back.
For the next series.
Tanaka took one of those Krillin. They exploded him, bro.
Yeah, that was really bad. But nonetheless, man, it was definitely a close one today. Barely got out of there alive.
Yeah, but I mean, it's as pissed off as we were and everything like that. But Chris, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, man. I was very, very angry. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to go to work. It was just a horrible, horrible weekend overall. But it was a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel today. How about yourself?
Yeah, I was. I kept trying to cause the fan in me is so pissed, and my mood is more now it's more because we won this game, it kind of makes me put things into a kind of a macro kind of perspective, not a micro one, because while I'm seeing the games, I'm in the straight micro, what the fuck, I'm pissed off. And now I'm able to look at things I put out a tweet after game 2, right? And mind you, game 1 and 2 couldn't go any worse. And the Boston fans, they started getting some hair in their chest. You know what I mean? They started saying, we're probably going to get some new Boston fans. So welcome. Hey, guys, welcome. Thank you guys for listening to us. By the way, this is in the Pinstripe Strong podcast. Me and Chris are from the Bronx. we represent this podcast. Of course, it's by the Bronx, and it's for the team that is in the Bronx, of course. But everybody is welcome, of course. But yo, I was like, yo, all right, whatever, man. Let's just split this series. It is like none of this shit ever happened. It's those first 2 games is something you want to forget about. It's something you probably come home. It's like the equivalent of you probably like you lost your job, your wife just divorced you, like all of these like these feelings.
Your car broke down.
Exactly, bad shit. Then they towed it because of tickets, and then you got arrested because you got your license suspended, like a whole bunch of shit.
That's a bad day, B.
Yeah, that's a bad day. But yeah, I mean, I was just thinking, let's go ahead and do it. And people were, the Red Sox fans were out in droves. It's like they were freaking multiplying, and they were saying, "Oh, yeah, we're coming for you." Blah blah blah. Yeah, we won these 2 games. I'm like, first of all, and the Yankee fans also jumping off of a ledge. That was crazy to me. I know. I mean, I understand it, but I mean, they were jumping off of a ledge, saying, "Oh, I'm like, yo, bro, we haven't lost a series since this time." I'm pissed off with them, right, Chris? But I'm just thinking, like, yo, I can't believe it. About these Red Sox fans. I'm like, yo, you guys only won 1 game before this against us. You guys know that, right? Like, you guys haven't won anything against us, really. Yankees have dominated the AL East. Really, and they're allowed to have these bad games, but it just so happens this is right before the trade deadline.
Right.
So it's like timing. Oh man, so and then the fucking Mets do what they do, and it's annoying. So I mean, I'm annoyed, but I'm a little bit more on the positive end just because we're still 9 games up, 10 in the loss column on the Red Sox, and figuring this out.
Yeah, I was definitely Tolman. Put my crown down and jump out the window. I almost jumped out the window. Yeah, it was definitely
from Game of Thrones. I was wondering what the hell you were talking about.
Game of Thrones. Tommen, is it Tommen?
Tommen, yeah.
Herman. But no, it was definitely horrible. And in the midst of all of that, all of the craziness with the game, there was a lot of freaking news, Joe.
A lot of news, and we've been, I feel like we've been taken for granted because earlier in the season, guys, if you guys listen to our earlier podcast, like the first half hour is just injury updates, and then that's what it was.
Joe, so you would tell me, yo, you got to hurry up, man. Like, bro, it's not my fault. Like, we have a hospital over here.
Yeah, Yankee Hospital. Go listen to that one, Yankee Hospital, guys. With Tulowitzki. He's not going to make it. And he didn't make it.
Actually,
that's a good segue. Let's go.
Yes. So Tulowitzki retired. You knew something was gonna happen. We joked, the whole old Street Fighter thing. Go home, be a family man.
Chris, he didn't even last 32 episodes
at all
of the Pinstripe Sharp podcast.
And it's really sad, because I really, for a while, I wanted to. Something inside of me, I always wanted to see Tulo come in after Jeter, but yeah, it just didn't work out, man. The injuries, his body just gave up on him. But good news, he did pick up a job like right away.
Well, he made it sound like a janitor, like yeah, well, he got a job at a school.
No, because he got a job. He's what is he? An assistant coach for Texas, Texas U, something like, I don't know. It was a university in Texas that he's an assistant coach in. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, that's good for
you. Obviously we saw Killer Cam in these past couple games. Maven was called up. Obviously, he's looking good. I mean, we'll get into it, but in one of the games, he crashed into the wall kind of hard. So he's doing okay. Tyler Wade was also called up.
Tyler Wade,
and the reason why is because CeCe was put on the IL.
But the real reason, because everything is like interconnected. So
yeah, everything's interconnected.
CeCe put on the IL for right knee inflammation, and like my boy Marvin says, it's like CeCe at this point he has to have like 4 DL stints just to get him through the season.
Shout out to Marvin.
But the reason why Tyler Wade was brought up was because DJ LeMahieu experienced some groin tightness, and he was right now they're mulling over whether they should put him on the IL or not. They're saying that it's something small. It's like a low grade strain, but that he'll probably be in the lineup. Now they're going to use the day off. They didn't play him today. They didn't play him yesterday, so they're going to try to play him on Tuesday, so that he ends up getting in there. And he's they want to make sure that he's 100% fine before anything. See if they could get it all out of there before they IL him. So
yeah, no, because I did see that he was going to try to play Tuesday, just like you said. So hopefully, let's see.
But the question, why would he bring up Tyler Wade and not Thairo Estrada?
Maybe they're working on a trade.
Okay, but I mean, what does them being in the major leagues have to do with them being in a trade? Like Wade could be in a trade any day.
Yeah, but I think people like Thairo more because he hits too.
I think that they just care less about Wade. And they're like, well, you can stay on the bench. We don't care. While Estrada, they want to make sure that he gets a consistent at bat. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. So I mean, let's see what happens. Let's see what unfolds these next 72 hours. Loaizaga. Yeah. Gardy. Thanks for bringing it up. Gardy is on the IL with left knee inflammation. He did get a cortisone shot, and he said Booney expects it to be a short IL stint.
I think it's just to rest him. I'm starting to think like it's just to rest him. Maybe.
He's one of the older guys besides CC and Encarnacion. So yeah, he definitely needs some rest. And yeah, I think it was just whatever. Like, yeah, let's just put him on the IL so he could just chill out. Loaiza got through a sim game, is nearing a minor league rehab start, and what the organization is saying, they look at him as a reliever.
We talked about this, Chris. That we
didn't I tell you?
It's meant to be. I'm sorry. you try the whole pitching thing, but it's gonna be reliever. I don't care what you keep doing. It's gonna be a reliever, Loaizaga. Nice try.
I did say earlier in the season that Loaizaga looks more fitting for the bullpen, and how he reminds me of Mariano Rivera with his demeanor on the mound. So I mean, let's see what happens. He is dynamic. A dynamic pitcher coming out of the bullpen with his stuff will be awesome. So let's see.
Sizzling fast.
Definitely. And let me see. Sevy
and Betances?
Yeah, he's close. Actually, they were talking about how Killer B and and Sevy will look to pitch from the mound.
By the way, guys, Killer B, it's Betances, just in case.
Yeah, for the Yankee fans that don't know, Betances came up with Andrew Brackman and also Banuelos.
Yep.
So they were called the Killer Bees before, and that didn't work out, obviously. But we did get Betances out of it, and he was initially a starting pitcher, but again, became a dynamic reliever. Sevy and also Betances look to pitch off the mound, and they're saying that Sevy is closer than Betances. So let's see.
Hey, and you know what? And I get this whole little. And you know what? I believe in Severino. I really do. I really do believe in Severino, and I'm really hoping for him to have a good end stretch and all that stuff. But guys, relying on him, and we need a starting pitcher at this trade deadline. If these 4 games here against the Red Sox is any indication, we need a quality starting pitcher against to be able to face these teams, because not even think about it. These are some of the teams that we face now. In Houston, we got shellacked. But now in Yankee Stadium, it seems to be that we're handling these teams just fine. In Houston, remember, we got swept up there.
Mm-hmm.
In Fenway, the first time that we go to Fenway, look what happens.
Cleveland.
Okay, we're not going to talk about the series that's in against the Red Sox in London, because that was just weird. That doesn't count. But we've seen this. We've seen what happened in Cleveland. We lost the series in Cleveland. And we also lost the series in we won the series against the Twins, but we had to hit our way through that. That was
right.
They hit our pitching staff really well. So the way I kind of look at it is we need something consistent, not only for that, but when we do go there for the road games. So I think that's very important to get a starting pitcher. And I understand Severino, and we want to get him back nice and healthy and ready, but to fool ourselves and say, hey, let's do it. Chris, looking back in retrospect, what the hell were we thinking Hop and
I said it.
CC were gonna be enough,
Like
huh?
these guys, like
Oh,
Yankees really came in to the season being like, yeah, we don't need what was the guy's name that he's in the Nationals now?
Corbin?
We don't need Corbin, we don't need these other guys. And it's like it's been a continuance of just bad moves with the pitching.
I hope that the
Uh,
Yankees take they kind of use it. They understand this, and I understand that they have a farm with some really great prospects, and they don't want to
that's
give up
cool.
certain prospects.
That's cool.
But I hope that they understand that sometimes just throwing money when you have the money at the problem. Where next year I don't want any excuse when it's going after Garrett Cole at all, any excuse at all. And I don't even want to look toward next year, but you gotta, when you see him, you can't do this. Oh, we're gonna get this person, XYZ person at our price. If you want to get somebody at your price, you're never gonna get them because
At all.
nobody ever pays the price that they want to for things. How much do I want to pay? Let's just say, do I want to pay let's just say $50 for a Yankee ticket? No, I want it to be 20. So
Yeah.
I mean, if I sit back and wait for a Yankee ticket at my price, I'll never go.
That's true.
I mean, isn't that a good analogy?
That's a great analogy.
So you want to go to the game, you gotta pay. It's not you're not happy about it, but it's like, all right, well, this is what I want.
They're probably looking at it like, well, if you want us to pay the premium for pitching, then you're gonna have to pay $70 for a ticket. Like, you know what? If the tickets that for me to go watch a Yankee game is $70 and it's Garrett Cole starting, okay,
Right,
I'll pay it.
fair. I mean, but it's kind of like that. Like, all right, so Garrett Cole wants to come on the team or he's open to it and it's money. Hey, pay the man. Figure it out. But it takes us to because the reason I say that is because things become very complicated via trade. And Stroman got traded today to the Mets. Of all fucking teams, the New York Mets are, I mean, when you're talking about, all right, guys, let's just put this into perspective. The Arizona Diamondbacks are 53-53, right? And they are open sellers, guys. They said everybody from the hot dog vendors to the freaking pitching staff, everybody's available. The Mets, who are 50-55, okay? The Diamondbacks are 3.5 out of the wild card, and they're like, yo, we're sellers. The Mets are 6 out of the wild card, and they're acquiring a starting pitcher while they acquired that starting pitcher. Since it did not take any top 100 prospects to acquire that pitcher, they actually devalued the other starting pitcher that they're trying to trade on their only staff. What is that team doing?
Just at first glance, it makes no sense, but they're in a way holding the market hostage because they basically have all the marbles.
They have Syndergaard. Well, no, they took Stroman, so they took him off the market. They have Syndergaard, who they're kind of dangling out there, which I believe is bullshit that they're going to trade him. They're not going to trade him. They're going to end up only trading, who's this?
Vargas?
Wheeler type shit.
I'm hearing Vargas too.
Or maybe Vargas. Or whatever. Vargas and Wheeler, and that's it. And that's what it's looking like. So to me, it's like,
yeah, because I have no reason to believe that Bauer is going to be traded, even though everybody and their mother is saying that they are. The Giants saying they're buyers, not sellers. Robbie Ray maybe is another potential option.
Robbie Ray, Bauer, who's a freaking nutcase and came, he got taken out of his start today, and then he just flings it into center field. So Francona goes out to go get the ball from him, and then he just takes it and
what
just.
The fuck is your problem?
What the fuck is your problem, bro? Like, get the fuck out of here.
What is your problem?
Yeah, so that's funny. So that Bumgarner, apparently these guys are still trying to decide, even though right now this conversation is 2.5 out. That's weird. So
see the
San Francisco's 2.5 out, right?
Yeah.
Arizona's 3.5 out. They're sellers. The Mets are the Mets are 6 out, and they're buyers. and San Diego is 7 out, and apparently they're buyers with the Mets. I don't understand what's going on in the National League. Those guys are freaking weird.
From the second wild card, the 7.5 out.
Yes,
Oh my god.
that's what I'm saying. So it's not.
How many teams they gotta jump over to get that second wild card?
Which team?
San Diego.
They got to jump over the Mets, Arizona, San Francisco, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Washington, and St. Louis.
7 teams, and you're a buyer.
I don't know.
Like, I don't understand these teams, man. They're just whatever, man.
It is what it is. So I mean, things are a little complicated because they wanted Davy Garcia from the Yankees for Stroman, but apparently they're able to accept these guys that are not even top 100 prospects from the Mets to acquire Stroman. So something's weird to me. So
yeah,
the teams start to hate a little bit. They don't want to trade into the division. They have different kind of things. Oh, I don't want to give the Yankees something. Nobody want to trade with the Yankees. So rather than try to go the trade route, just get these pitchers via free agency. Zach Greinke's a guy that kind of catches my eye, but he's a guy that
are we part of his no trade clause?
Yeah, but he has 15 teams on there, and I mean,
yeah,
it doesn't mean that he won't be open to it.
I mean, he was successful in the Dodgers. That's a big market.
It is. It's a big market. He
had
anxiety issues and things like that. He even left baseball for a little bit, and apparently he got better, from that. So
I just because
it's a lot of money though.
Yeah, the issues also are in house with Larry Rothschild, man, and
yeah, you don't believe in Rothschild, huh?
At all. I don't know, man. He just looks like the guy that he looks like the type that he still uses a typewriter.
Okay, here's the thing. Like sometimes I don't want to blame the pitching coach, but then when I hear stuff on the telecast today, right, where they're saying Domingo Germán had to go up to Larry Rothschild and say, "I don't want to throw my slider anymore. I want to throw my curveball because that's my best pitch." And then after some convincing, he's like, "All right, let's do that," because it just seems like this guy's falls in love with the slider. You even heard Sonny Gray talk about they wanted me to throw my slider a lot. Like he didn't want to, and that he openly threw the pitching coach under the bus here. So it's kind of like a thing.
Yeah, I mean,
we hear over and over.
Yeah, we call Sonny Gray, we call Sonny Gray a whiny little bee because it's like, yo, bro, like you never take responsibility, but you're hearing the same thing over and over. And I'm very curious to, like, after CC retires, to see what he says as well, because I don't know.
He's not going to throw the team under the bus. He's
not so much throw the team under the bus, but just the relationship with the pitching coach, because something is going on. Like, not every pitcher cannot go into just this craziness of just bad outings back to back, and nobody knows what's going on. You can't tell me that Severino was tipping pitches and then like, oh, we didn't know, or the time that his start was supposed to be for the playoffs, or Germán's second half last year. There's like so many like multiple instances, multiple situations where it's like it's so questionable with the pitching. You have to point at somebody. I mean, I understand the pitchers out there, and they're the ones that got to throw the pitcher over the plate. But there's a reason why there's a coaching, the pitching coach there to tell you.
It just sometimes it feels like, and I understand there's metrics and analytics that say sliders get hit, off-speed pitches get hit a lot less, and sliders get hit a lot less than fastballs and things like that. But it just feels like not every pitcher is the same kind of thing. Like you don't have to kind of force every pitcher to throw the exact same way. Those guys know more than me. I don't really know, but from the outside looking in, that's what it kind of
looks like. Hey, you throw the slider. This isn't Oprah. Like if my best pitch is the curveball, so how can I use the curveball to the best of my ability? This is the pitch that I'm comfortable with. Yeah, I'll add in a slider and also obviously my fastball and all that. But come on, like you can't just shove the slider down Germán's throat. Like he had to walk up to you and be like, yo, nah.
Yeah. But anyway, getting into this series, and there were a lot of hung pitches, slider, whatever, anything. The kitchen sink was hit out in this series. my God, this pitching performance that we seen this weekend was atrocious. And
Yeah,
I mean, any kind of word that you want to use for it, it was disgusting. The Red Sox came out, they must be like licking their chops, like, yeah, man, we good. This team doesn't want to see us in the playoffs. My thing is, I hope you guys even make it. But
yeah, they're still out of the second wild card.
yeah, they're still out of the second wild card. They still got, their game back of actually they're still a half game back of Tampa. And then they're also behind Oakland and behind Cleveland. Cleveland is in there also. So let's see. We know the Yankees can handle that wild card game. I don't know if the Red Sox can, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Oh, Chris, how do we start this shit? My God,
man. I don't. It all started in the bottom of the first.
it's crazy. It happened that fast, and this was a rematch. For that London game where nobody knew how to pitch in that series, and apparently still don't on the Yankee side because Porcello got his shit together, and Tanaka was just thrown out to the wolves.
Yeah, this was one of the worst starts in Tanaka's career.
And
I think we said that from his last start. That's when I was like, yeah. You're getting a lot worse, bro. Bottom of the first already.
The problem is Tanaka's splitter, bro. Like he's not getting a miss on it.
Yeah, he hasn't had a splitter all year, but when he does, for the brief moment that he does, he's sensational.
He doesn't have it. So the whole word sensational is not even being able to be used with him just because of that.
Yeah.
But Yankees end up having a 1-2-3 inning, first inning, but you're not thinking anything of it. I'm really not. I just with that 1-2-3 inning, I'm just okay, let's get started in the series, whatever. And I just finished because I streamed this game. I just finished turning on the stream, Chris. And Bogarts is hitting the ball over the wall. I'm like, what the hell? I'm turning the shit off. What the hell?
Yeah, so that was hilarious.
But Bogarts hits a 3-run bomb there. And are we done? If it would have stopped there, it's like, all right, whatever. And the problem was just this. And this is what made this outing go from just a bad start to an atrocious outing. Okay. With 2 outs facing Jackie Bradley Jr., an 0-2 pitch, Chris. He leaves something right over the plate, like right down the middle. Jackie Bradley Jr. hits a double down the line, scoring Benintendi, Brock Holt, 2 more runs score there. 5-zip Red Sox in the first inning, but are they done? Absolutely not, because the lineup has just turned back over again, and Mookie Betts is batting again in the inning, and he hits a double that then scores 2 more. Morton, and then Jackie Bradley Jr. scores in the 6-7-zip.
7.
What the fuck, man? Like
in a blink of an eye, Sam.
With 2 outs, they tack on 4 more fucking runs. Unbelievable. What the hell? What is this? Tanaka, I understand, when it does come to the playoffs, look, nobody could question you there. But this is bullshit. And then at this point in time, Boone's like, sheesh, buddy. Like you can see Tanaka kind of looking toward the toward the dugout, and then Boone kind of like staring off into the air, like
he's acting like he didn't see it. Nah, man.
Trying to make no eye contact. He's like, he came back inside, like after this inning, after he retired the last guy, and I guess they talked to him. I had to take this one for the team, Chief, because
figure it out, buddy. Double tap the shoulder. Figure it out.
I hope you get it together from here on out, because sheesh. But you know what? The Yankees had an opportunity to kind of make this a game, and you're thinking, oh shit, the Yankees could also get Porcello out this game because for as quick of an inning that Porcello had in the first, he labored in the second, bro. Yankees had 47 pitches, I think 47 or something like that.
Yeah, it was in the 40s.
It was like 40 pitches or something like that on Porcello in this inning, bro. They end up working, I mean, from Encarnacion strikes out, and then Didi doubles, Luke singles, Glaber singles on the run. So then there's one, Yankees get another run. There's 7-1 Red Sox. Togman singles. Now it's like, oh shit, what the hell's going on? His base is loaded. Yankees can be able to do something. Kyle Higashioka's up. Man, when you Gary back, bro. But Kyle Higashioka up. It's a big spot in the game with one out. You're thinking maybe just sack fly or just kind of move the runners along and whatnot. He strikes out swinging. And then DJ LeMahieu walks in a run. Let's go 7-2. At this one in time, I know Rick Porcello. If the Yankees can get in a single that scores 2, it'll break him. Because one, it'll get him out of the game. He's throwing a whole bunch of pitches. He has to feel mentally fatigued already because he's throwing so many pitches in that one inning. And you know that he's thinking, I'm one pitch away, I'm one pitch away, I'm one pitch away. And I think that a single, a base hit, or something like that would have broken it to the point that the Red Sox would have to go into their bullpen early, and the Yankees would get into that, basically the weak part of their team really early, and not allow Rick Porcello to righten the ship, which he did, bro, because after that DJ walk 7-2, Judge then flies out to right center field because for some reason Judge cannot pull pitches anymore. I feel like that's something that he could have hit. I mean, I'm not obviously I'm here to do the podcast. I'm not playing Major League Baseball, but maybe he could have hit that and try to maybe pull that and try to hit it off the wall kind of thing. And 2-run score that would have gotten Porcello out of the game. And shit, man, he ends up hitting it to center field, the deepest part of center field, and nothing doing. You must be thinking, as the Red Sox fans must be thinking, and the Red Sox entire team, oh shit, this shit is a win. Even though we got runs, we didn't get a shutdown inning. We put up 7 runs on the board. Porcello threw all of these pitches, but then we're still able to get back. We still got the lead. It's not like a lot closer. It's not like a 2-run game that we have to also go into the bullpen, because they were one batter away from Chris, from going to the bullpen.
It felt that way.
They were one batter away, and the Yankees could not get that one hit, man. And bro, it's exactly what happened. What I thought would happen happened. Tanaka ends up righting the ship a little bit. You start thinking, maybe it's positive 1, 2, 3 inning in the next inning, but and I think that's what Paul was thinking. Like, oh shit, okay, he's kind of righting the ship there because he has scoreless innings on the third and also the second. So you're thinking maybe he corrected it. Let's give the Yankee lineup a chance. But the bottom 4, man, Rafi Devers, who is hot as the sun right now. That guy is hitting everything, Chris.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what sparked it, but that guy's in the MVP talks right now, man.
First of all, I think he's upset that he did not get into the All-Star game. Okay. And reasonably so. This guy's, his numbers are ridiculous, bro. What's he doing now?
Devers right now, he's batting .323 with an OPS of 945. He's on fire right now. Yeah, Devers home run makes it 8-2. Then Chavis follows that up with an RBI double, 9-2. And these guys are just piling it off on us, man.
No, and then Boone's like, listen, man, at this point, you have to figure it out, because Mitch Moreland then at this point in time, and this is where David Cohn was like, hey, man, maybe we should take out Tanaka here. Like, I get that you want him to kind of take some kind of like reserve, take some outs, eat up some innings. But at this point, it's almost starting to become abuse. I get what he was saying there, because I wanted to keep him in, be like, all right, you give up all these runs. Come on, you got to eat it. But at this point in time, you brought up Tarpley. It's like, this is what you're here to use Tarpley for, and right. Going up against Mitch Moreland, a lefty, why not bring in Tarpley now? And Tarpley was, he barely got in there. Like, I think he got into the game in, at or to Fenway Park at like the second or third inning. So I guess maybe he had to get ready or something like that. But a batter too late, man. Mitch Moreland hits a ground rule double, which scores Benintendi and Chavis, and then 11-2, blink of an eye, bro. If you came to this game late, you're a little pissed off, because it was like, shit, everything happened. The inning is still not over because Tarpley comes in, and then Vasquez hits a double, which scores Mitch Moreland, and that would close the book on Tanaka. My God, what a shellacking. Yo, they smacked him.
You want to talk about that line? 3 1/3, 12 hits, 12 earned runs.
All of them earned, guys.
Yeah,
Not even a little error. I wish the Yankees would have just committed an error just to help.
3 walks, 4 Ks, 2 home runs allowed, man.
His ERA balloons to 4.79 for Tanaka, bro.
That's horrible, Tanaka.
Yeah, that's not good at all. So his ERA is almost close to 5 here. He's got to right the ship there. Bottom 6, Devers then another double. That's what the Red Sox were doing all weekend, just doubles. 16-3. Red Sox, shit's embarrassing. I can't believe I had to go through all this shit. Sandy Leon homers because he of course, everybody needs to join the party over there in that team. Bottom 8, 18-3. And then Bogarts homers again with Roma. By the way, these homers are with Roma in pitching. Position player was pitching. So it was just like, damn, man.
You want to hear Romine's line? Inning pitch, 4 hits, 3 earned, 2 home runs allowed.
Yeah, better than Tanaka, right? Sessa comes in, he does the job in the middle innings, though. The 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs.
1K.
1K. But nonetheless, Yankees get smacked in this game and lose 19-3. Oh yeah, Voit had a 3-hit game here. So there's one thing. There's like little underlining good games in between all of these games. Like everybody, you'll see. It's like, Voit will have like a really good game here, like a 3 for 4. You went 3 for 4 here. Not bad, right?
A sneaky good game.
A game that is like, you lost the game, but then in the clubhouse, you're like, yeah, man, I kind of had 3 hits. It's a long season, but I kind of had 3 hits here. What's good with you guys?
I had 3 hits. It's all right, man. Get out of here with that, man. Game 2, we're hoping for the best, right?
Let's go Paxton, man. You got to come out, man. We came out. We just got smacked the night before. We need bullpen help, man, because the bullpen is spent. And, you seen what happened to Tanaka yesterday. So you're going to come out and be, this is a big game, right? Come on, Paxton. You're going up against Cashner. Cashner keeps getting smacked. You're going to do it, right? You're going to do it for the team? First inning, homer off of Mookie Betts, leadoff homer to start things off. 1-0 Red Sox, and once again, then Devers gets on base, and JD Martinez hits a homer. Also, it is 3-0 Red Sox, right again out the gate. Can we go into a second inning without being down? Like, is that okay? Is that possible? Can we do that?
Apparently not with this pitching staff.
Apparently not.
Apparently they're incapable of having,
And I don't want to hear anymore. With Paxton, it's getting annoying. I don't want to hear anymore. Oh, he's had good stuff. And the fastball looked good, and he did have all of these stuff. And he had the strikeout pitch going for him today because he had 9 Ks. I don't give a shit about that, bro. I don't like.
No, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care about that. Well, what
7
right now?
7 earned runs.
Exactly. Right now.
Oh, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Right now is the mentality is, what have you done for me lately? I don't care. Your what you did before. I don't care.
What has
your fastball?
You can even say that with him.
No, exactly my point. You have to prove it right now that you could be a number 2. Like, you can't come out and
number 2.
Exactly. Yeah, he's probably a number 7 right now.
What?
Barely. So the whole thing is, okay, you're having your first inning woes, and then you come out the second inning, you come out stronger. It's like, all right, so what is it that needs to be done now to change that mentality in the first inning? Because I know it's in the back of his mind every time. He throws a pitch and it's already out the park, and it's like, oh man, here we go again.
Maybe Larry will get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Whatever. Anyway,
exactly my point. He hasn't. Bottom 3-0, we're losing already.
Exactly. 3-0, we're losing already. Yankees hitting is not really doing anything here against Cashner because
I told you that Cashner has it.
you
He has our
surprised?
number.
Um, it's just that shit's annoying. After Paxton has a 1-2-3 inning, strikes out the side, looking nasty. You know what I mean? In the second inning, you think, okay, maybe he just corrected it. Now we're gonna, have a chance to win. We're just down 3-0. Yankees have scored more than 3 runs in the game here. They've never been shut out this entire season. And the Yankees don't get their first hit until the top of the third when Romine gets a single. Which is like, okay, well, I guess that's what we're doing here. Oh no, my bad. DJ LeMahieu let off the game with a single, and then so I apologize. It was strike him out, throw him out in the first inning. But bottom third. All right.
Mookie strikes again.
Guess who's leading off again? And he strikes again. Another home run once again. I want to try something different here against this guy. I mean, he gets a second homer here. 4-0 Red Sox. Then JD Martinez hits an RBI triple, 5-0. And you're thinking, yo, is this guy serious right now? But did he not just see what Tanaka had to endure yesterday? Like, okay, whatever. Anyway, bottom 4, Mookie Betts again, and this time he has a runner on base, and he hits a 2-run homer off of Paxton because that's all he's been doing. 3 homers for Mookie Betts today off of Paxton. And you know what? I don't want to agree with Marvin, my boy Marvin, but I kind of do. How about we pitch to him like up and in somewhere, bro? Like try to send a message, like do something. And no, it's just everything's nice and comfortable for him. He's just up there, like give him some chin music, bro. I'm not saying hit him, whatever, but just kind of move his feet a bit.
Yeah, like brush it, like move him back a bit.
Too. I'm sick of that fuck, bro. I'm sick of it. I hate Benintendi, Chris. I don't know. And somebody asked me, what do you hate more, Mancini or Benintendi?
That's a good question. I think
it's still Mancini, but a little bit. Okay, but Benintendi and his hair, and he thinks like he's like a fucking model, perfect hair. He, like other people got to brush your hair. He doesn't have to. I don't like that.
I don't like that. Benintendi, that guy's annoying. Mookie is the Red Sox. They're just freaking annoying, man.
Once again, the Yankees are down 7 runs, and it's only so much, and I don't want to blame the offense or whatever. Oh, the offense could be doing this. There's only so much that an offense can do to bail out a fucking pitching staff, man. When you're getting put in a hole constantly, okay, like how you did in Minnesota, and then now in Fenway, and come on, you got to the offense got to be able. You got to be able to at least have like a 2-1 game someday. Like sprinkle one in. Can we sprinkle one in?
Apparently not enough sprinkles.
Yeah. So whatever, guys. I'm just venting here, so don't mind me, okay? Luke Voigt, who's kind of carrying his game over from the next game, right? I told you, all at bats count. Top 6, Luke Voigt with an RBI single that ends up scoring Encarnacion 7-1. Let's go. I'm still thinking 27 now, so let's make a run here. But because we can't get a shutdown inning, this is against David Hale, and he comes in here, and Hale's been pretty good this season, so I don't want to give him too much shit, but Betts is just on fire. Against Mookie Betts. They finally keep him in the ballpark here with a double.
That's a downgrade.
Yeah, it's like it's progress, right? Finally keep him in. He gets an RBI double. It is 8-1. Rafi Devers then has a double also, which is 9-1. And then of course you have top 7. Romine joins the party with the RBI single that scores Cameron Maybin, who, by the way, this is his first game back, right? Cameron Maybin?
Yeah, Cameron Maybin's first game back, yep.
First game back. So thank you, Cameron Maybin, for coming back. Love you. 9-2 Yankees. Let's go. Maybe we're on the comeback trail again. DJ LeMahieu hits into a double play. This situation, there was bases loaded. And if DJ LeMahieu didn't get a hit, there's something wrong.
Right.
There's something wrong, Chris. But he grounded out into a double play. 9-3 Red Sox. At that point in time, Red Sox get out of that inning, basically unscathed. And then they just don't stop adding bottom 7. Like they just continue. The Yankees like, okay, maybe we could creep back in this game. The offense is like they sneak their head out, and then the Red Sox like the whack-a-mole,
Right.
and then the bottom inning is like, bam, get your ass back in there, man. Like
Exactly. Every time that we try, like we score and try to do a comeback, they just step on our dreams.
Somebody's mechanic, Sam Travis, hits a double. End of scoring, Andrew Benintendi, 10-3. A Red Sox.
Sam's shop.
Sam's Auto Parts.
Sam's Auto Parts. That's for Travis.
That's for Travis, man. That's for Travis. Romine gets a double because he joins the party. Guys, remember these underlining good games. We're going to talk about this once again. He gets an RBI double that ends up scoring Mike Tauchman. It is now 10-4 in the top of the ninth. By the way, Luke Voigt inexplicably in this game gets thrown out trying to get to third base. I don't know what was going on there. He gets thrown out at third base. Yankees are down big. It's like you can't do that.
Yeah, Yankees the whole year have been getting into a lot of base
running
silliness.
Just don't get thrown out. Now, I think that was in the bottom half of the inning, but you just in the top half of the eighth, I think, where Luke Voigt got thrown out at third on a Gleyber Torres single. It's like, what are we doing here? We're just giving away outs now.
Silly, man.
Guys, listen, you're never as bad as you are when you're going bad, and you're never as good as you look when you're going good. It's just somewhere in the middle, where you are. But I mean, the Yankees look pretty bad in this series here. They got, through the first 3 games, the Red Sox outplayed them in every facet of the game. It just felt like, what it felt like, Chris? It felt like that series last year in Fenway. Remember Jonathan Holder forgot to wear the, how to play baseball.
Yep.
And the Red Sox ended up winning that game, and it was weird. That's basically what happened there. Didi Gregorius, sac fly, 10-5. It would stay like that. Yankees lose.
That just missed the wall, too, hitting off the wall, too.
Yankees lose.
It just died.
10-5.
That's so just bad. That's just really that's 29 runs.
First 2 games, guys.
In 18 innings. 29 runs.
Yankee pitching staff is just being used and abused, of course.
Horrible. So,
how about underlining good games here? Tauchman 3 for 4, and Romine 3 for 4. So the bottom of the lineup did pretty good.
Yeah, man. Tauchman had 2 runs and 2 runs scored, and Romine had 2 RBIs with one run scored.
Paxton is really like annoying me. Like that line is so annoying. 4 innings, 9 hits, 7 earned runs, 9 Ks. So you've had the dominant stuff for 9 Ks, but you only give us 4 innings and 9 hits, 7 earned runs. His ERA then goes up and balloons to 4.72, guys.
Allow 4 home runs.
4 home. Oh my God, why did I ignore that? Of course, 3 of them to Mookie. 4 home runs. I mean, that's just a bad job. Bad job, buddy.
Okay, let me ask you this question: who had a worst line, Tanaka or Paxton?
See, I want to say Tanaka, but Tanaka was just in there. He didn't have anything, and he had the, he basically had to take one for the team. Paxton had the stuff, and that fucker still did not do it. So Paxton's line, because he had the 9K ability, and Tanaka was out there like, I'll give you what I can. Like I don't have anything tonight, guys, but I'll give you what I can. The 12 earned runs.
6 home runs for the Yankees' first 2 pitchers. They're supposed at 1 and 2 right now.
The Yankees have a great offense, but I mean, come on, let's be fair.
We have to be very fair. And you know what? I was very. Let me say, I was very. I don't want to say very confident, but I felt good with CC going in there because he's normally the stopper.
Yeah. When
bad shit is going on, but I can't expect. Is it kind of unfair of me expecting that out of him? And obviously, this is the mentality before the game.
Out of who?
CC. We already know what happened. CC's normally the stopper, but personally, I think it's a little bit unfair me putting that on him. And with the outcome, obviously, he didn't have it.
Well, you know what? I feel like he had some good stuff early. And then he had some good stuff early. He had a 1-2-3 inning, which is the first time in this series a Yankee pitcher would have a 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning. Like, it was like, whoa, we're not down.
Yeah, first since July 20th that the Yankees didn't allow a hit in the first inning.
Unbelievable. And then you know what? They actually had a lead because in the top of the second inning, Gio Urshela.
Gio, dude.
Gio Urshela.
Oh, I like that.
You like that,
it's
right?
like Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah, you like that, right?
Gio.
Oh, the Red Sox fans were out in droves. They were saying, "Oh man, we got you the first 2 games. Now you're gonna face the guy that has the lead, the wins lead, and Erod." First of all, that's such a weird name, Erod. I feel like that only works with the A-Rod, like not.
Yeah,
Erod.
that's
like somebody's making errors.
You know who? The contrarian. Somebody who's a contrarian Red Sox fan created that shit.
He said Erod.
Erod.
That sounds good to you? That rolls off the tongue? Like, really? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Horrible.
So he came in. Yankees, actually, I thought that the Yankees had a pretty okay game plan against him, and he ended up pitching pretty well. And whatever. Gio with a homer and underlining good games once again. So Gio has a homer, and then but we couldn't get a shutdown inning because CC comes back. And the guys, this is why I consider Red Sox fans hypocrites. All right. When they or people that talk about ballpark dimensions, I consider them hypocrites because I don't care. I don't care about it. Yankees had a short porch. It is what it is. The Yankees had a short porch when Babe Ruth was playing, and you build your team according to your dimensions of your ballpark. That just makes sense. Like Detroit for a long time, since they had that big ballpark, they would build, with speed, and then they would, the Mets also pitching with speed.
Didn't the Mets build Citi Field for Jose Reyes?
It did for Jose Reyes instead of David Wright, and then they ended up regretting it. But anyway, I mean, it's whatever. You build your team according to your ballpark, and I don't care if the Yankees have a short porch. It is what it is. Sometimes they get short porch. Sometimes they do the short porching. It is what it is.
Right.
But for the Red Sox fans to come out and say, "Oh, you're playing a little league field," when they themselves have clown dimensions, I mean, don't come on now. Let's be serious. And
yeah, that was a bullshit home run, man. I'm just gonna come out and say
it. He hits a ball down the line that's not a home run anywhere, except for not even. I don't even think that it's a home run in the Little League World Series. To be honest, down the line, okay, but it's a home run there, and it's down the line. It's 200 and I forgot what it was. They said it's 310 feet, which I think is generous. But that was 210 feet down the line around the pesky pole, and whatever. It still counts the same. 1-1. It is 1-1. The game's tied. CC, just keep it there. And he would, third inning, he would keep it there. Yankee offense still would not do anything against Erod. And top of the fourth, Gio Urshela.
Yeah, man. Gio's having a good game so far.
RBI single there that ends up scoring Luke Voigt. Let's go 2-1 Yankees. Gio did not come to lose today, and he loved facing Eduardo Rodriguez. And but of course, you can't get a shutdown inning, and it's just a recipe here. Bottom four, JD Martinez hits a blast off of CC, bro, off of the monster. Like that shit was gone. I don't care what ballpark you're playing in, that shit was gone. And
that was a two-run shot, 3-2 Boston.
3-2 Boston there, and the inning would not end there because Michael Chavis would then hit a RBI single that ends up scoring Christian Vasquez. 4-2 Red Sox. I'm just thinking like, yo, just stop the bleeding, please, and just get us back in there. Let the Yankees offense try to work here, man, because Eduardo Rodriguez didn't look like he doesn't look like intimidating to me, Chris.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, I think. I mean, he's one of their better pitchers, but he's not somebody like a Chris Sale
No,
that
he's
is
not.
like, oh man, we're gonna have a hard time with him. Does he
The,
have good stuff? Yeah, but
the irony.
right, the irony, exactly. But I mean, he's one of their better pitchers, so you expect him to, to
Yo,
go deep into the game. But we could smack him around a few times.
bro, top fifth, Eduardo Encarnacion was thinking justice. Eduardo, oh my God, what am I saying?
Edwin.
Edwin Encarnacion was thinking just the same with a RBI double that scores Aaron Hicks. 4-3. Let's go. We're making the comeback. Yankees don't score again in that inning, but you're creeping a little closer. And I like that because Rodriguez is throwing a lot of pitches and the Yankees are forcing him to throw a lot of pitches. But once again, like that whack-a-mole thing, it's like, get your head back in there, man. You're not coming back here. The Yankee pitching staff just gives it right back, and CC Sabathia allows a RBI double to Xander Bogaerts to extend their lead to 5-3. Yankees end up taking him out of the game, if I'm right, at that point in time.
Chad Green comes in, and at that point, Yankees started pitching, has not completed 5 innings since July 20th as well.
Yeah, you see, that's a little embarrassing. It's embarrassing to be able to say that. I feel bad for Hubs and the Barstool guys. They went up there to Fenway, man. They got some shit those first 3 games. Bro. They got. I'm assuming they had a little bit of fun on the 4th game, but yeah, they got some shit those first 3 games, bro. That was crazy. But anyway, bottom 6, bro. Brock Holt, sack fly, 6-3. Jackie Bradley Jr. a triple off of Chad Green because the ball just kind of flies around over there. I don't even know how that shit was a triple because it went to Tachman and the ball kind of bounced around in just weird areas. Anyway, it was a triple. RBI triple. Someone's mechanic Travis scored on that one. 7-3. Red Sox. Once again, these guys are just rolling sevens. And Mookie Betts gets a sack fly. So now we're seeing progress with this, right? Mookie Betts going from homer to double, now it's a sack fly. So nonetheless, they expand their lead. It is 8-3 with Chad Green pitching. Yankees just cannot get the Red Sox out. Bottom 7. Sam, this guy's like the most annoying guy to give up a hit to, give up like RBIs to, but he ends up singling to right. He goes up against the shift, really. Singling against the shift, and someone's mechanic ends up getting an RBI single that scores Benintendi 9-3 at that point in time, just in time to be able to go fix somebody's car after the game. Top 8. Kyle Higashioka works a phenomenal at bat.
Yeah, he does, man. That was great.
Wow, what
how many?
Off of Nate Eovaldi.
Yeah, native ball. It was like 9-10 pitches, man. It was
great at bat. Some tough pitches. He worked the count. He was doing a great job there, and he would then single to then score 2, making it 9-5. A game ended there, basically. Yankees would lose that game 9-5. The frustrating part with this game, where the Yankees are thinking about it, is we had this game, we had a lead. And maybe if we get into the 5th or 6th inning, we can deploy the bullpen and hopefully win. But it did not matter. And the Yankees win.
Yankees allow 7+ runs in 7 straight games up to that point.
That's wild. Hey, we lost the series. Yankees lose their first series, like I said before, in the Open since June 7th through 9th against the Indians, if I'm right. And their third series, the Yankees lose their 3rd series since April 30th. So put that into perspective. I understand that we get frustrated and all that stuff, but the Yankees to lose 3 series since that time there. I mean, it's not bad. Yankees are very good. Let's not lose sight of that.
Yeah, we are in a good position. I just don't want to get into that mentality. Like, and it's great to have the lead that we do, but you don't want to get into a situation where it's like, man, now we're like, okay, we lost these 3 games. we don't want to get into that situation, that behavior where it's like, okay, it's cool that we lost these games because we have this lead. I don't want to
Yeah.
get into that mentality. We still got to win. We still got a division to win, and
Yeah.
we still got to prepare for the playoffs at the end of the
And
day.
I think that the Yankees are not losing sight of their. I don't think that they're resting on their laurels by any shape, way, or form, because they haven't accomplished anything. I think that they understand that, because every time that they get a base hit, they do those fours or whatever it is, and apparently that means those fours, those wiggling fours, are their goals. Number one, the AL East. Number two, the ALDS. Number three is the ALCS, and number four is the World Series. So apparently, when they wiggle those fours, they kind of keep that into perspective. We haven't done anything yet. We just had a good start, good couple of days, good couple of wins, or whatever it is, but we haven't done anything yet. So I'll give them. I don't think that they're resting on that yet. I'm not gonna go that far, but I just think that they needed a day off, Chris, because they have not, and not only that, the pitching staff too. Yankees have had a little bit of a weird situation here. They haven't had a day off, and of course they had that postponed game against the Rays, but Yankees have played I think it's 18 games in 18 days. So I'm sure that they're freaking exhausted. They're looking toward that off day tomorrow, and that was good. So I'm glad that they said, you know what, let's just get this win. Let's get this win, and let's go into the off day, 2-game series, and then another off day, and then we face the Red Sox again. I think that they'll be more rested come next series than this one.
Yeah, and with what I said, with that being said, it does feel good going to an off day with
a win. Oh yeah, absolutely. Sure. That's what the Yankees would do in the final game of this series, and I'm excited that the Yankees were able to do this against Chris Sale. It seems that Chris Sale is not really that good this year. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, underlining good games in the last game, Chris. I feel like I forgot to mention that.
Gio and Roma had very good games.
Absolutely. Gio Urshela 4 for 4, man, with 2 RBIs. Encarnacion was 2 for 4, and Voit was 2 for 5. So these things start to carry over, of course. And then
shout out to Higgy with that great at bat and the 2 RBIs.
Yeah, good job, Higashioka, with the great at bat there. So I mean that was what the fuck?
Like, I don't know. remix.
So whatever, Yankees would get this game, and you know what? This game to me is all about Domingo Germán, and of course the offense did what they did, but it's all about Domingo Germán and what he did in the outing that he gave us there. By the way, CC's line was not good at all.
I got CC's line right here. 4 and a third, 9 hits, 5 earned, 3 Ks, 2 home runs.
Bad job. So
8 home runs so far allowed by the Yankees starting staff.
So carry on. We're not going to talk about any of those 3 games any longer. Now we're into game 4, and you know what? Yankees got to stave off a sweep, because the way, if you win this game, it's weird. Every game is a 2-game swing. Yankees win this game, and they came into this game 8 up on the Red Sox. Yankees win this game, it goes back to 9, 10 in the loss column. It's a different perspective than 7. You're looking at it, it's like, oh shit, they 7 and we were up basically 11. That it looks way different, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's very important for this to be able to happen here. And Domingo Germán was as calm and cool as a cucumber, Chris.
The other side of the pillow.
Domingo Germán, like I said earlier, on Dominican Father's Day, on a domingo, came out and said, you know what? I'm here. Come get me. Let's go. Let's do this. He was game.
And I like that.
That shows a tremendous amount of poise out of him, and what he did today, going up against Chris Sale and matching up 0 for 0. Because Chris Sale looked really good in the first inning, bro. He struck out Hicks, got judged to ground out, and then struck out Encarnacion. You're thinking, oh shit, what's going on? And then you're seeing Germán come back and then strike out Betts, and then there's an error by Gleyber Torres, and then they ends up getting Bogarts to fly out, and then strikes out Martinez. You're like, okay, let's go.
See, that's just a maturity in Herman because as a young pitcher in Boston facing their ace and is like, oh man, there's an error. You know what I mean? He could have easily let that unravel even more, but he didn't. He put his foot down. He's like, nah, I got you,
Exactly.
Torres. I got you, Glaber. Don't worry about it.
Do it. And he would go on to pitch very well. We'll get into that in a bit. But as far as the offense, Domingo was like, yo, do what you do. I'm here. I got this. Top three after a walk, guys. After a walk. Cameron Maben walk. Austin Romine with a 2-run bomb off of Chris Sale. That was a bomb. Right? That wasn't a cheapie. That was a bomb. He hit that off of Chris Sale. 2-zip Yankees. Luke Voigt then walks in the top of the third. And then Didi comes up and hits a 2-run bomb off of Chris Sale. 4-zip Yankees. By the way, earlier in the game, Didi would hit a shot that I thought it was a homer, but was caught by Mookie Betts and right. So Didi was like, "What?"
Yeah, Gio hit a hard one too.
Gio hit a hard one too. So it is what it is. You know, we're playing in a different ballpark and whatever. Benintendi bottom 4. I guess the Red Sox try to do the whack-a-mole thing. Wasn't working today though. Benintendi hits a 2-run homer, and this was a shot, bro. This was a shot. Ends up hitting it.
Yeah, it wasn't a cheapie like the other one.
No, 4-2. Yankees still got the lead there. Top 6, Gio Urshela with a double off of a sharp fly ball to Jackie Bradley Jr. Ends up, that shit to me, that shit is only a double there, Chris. He hit a 426-foot double.
That's bullshit, man.
I don't even understand how it's 426 foot when, straight center it says 420, but whatever. 426-foot double. That should have been that's a home run, but playing pound dimensions. It's just
420 feet doubles. That's what Fenway produces.
For real, crazy.
And then we got Boston fans saying, "Well, that's why we don't lead the league in home runs." Like, all right, man, because we got a better park.
Yeah, but a lot of the biggest offensive games come from Red Sox teams. So I don't know if they get that, but whatever. So this is off of Chris Sale here. It is now 5-2 Yankees off of the Gio double. And then after that, Cameron Maben. Welcome back, Cameron. We missed you. RBI single.
Welcome back. But then he got picked off.
Yeah, he hits RBI single. Scores Urshela. 6-2 Yankees, gets picked off and whatever. At that point in time, let's not make outs on the bases. Bottom 6, JD Martinez grounds out to Didi Gregorius, which ended up being a fielder's choice. At that time, it was a win, basically, because it was runners on second and third, so that kind of held it down. Runner scored, though, 6-3 Yankees. Red Sox creeping closer on Herman, but Herman's line would end there. Great job out of Herman, man.
Yeah, his line is 5 1/3, 4 hits, 3 earned, 1 walk, 9 Ks with a home run allowed. That was to Benintendi. I do want to give a shout out to Canely though, man. Canely came in and shut that down for that middle, middle of the game right there too.
You see, Paxton, that's what you do. That's what you fucking do, man. That's crazy. Herman would then go. Spoiler alert: he would then go to 13-2. Like you said, Canely would come in and then he would proceed to shut them down. But in the next inning, that's another story. He would shut them down there. But in the bottom of the 7th, I'm sorry.
Let's talk about top of the 7th because that was an adventure.
Yeah, top of the 7th there, which is weird. Listen, guys.
It was.
These guys are really good outfielders. Okay, really good. So if I have a chance to pick on any one of them, I'm gonna take it. Okay, Jackie Bradley, Didi hits a can of corn, center field. Jackie Bradley Jr. comes in, kind of catches it in the breadbasket, and then proceeds to throw to nobody.
It was Bogarts that told him throw to first.
I guess so. He throws it to first. There's nobody there. 2-run score. Two-run score on that idiot play. stupid. Anyway, so on that error, it is now 8-3 Yankees. Insurance runs. Mookie Betts gets a sac fly in the bottom of the seventh inning, 8-4. You don't like that. You don't like that. But top eight, and this is where stuff starts to get interesting and annoying. On a wild pitch. Oh no! Also on a wild pitch, Cameron Maben scores and does like a Naruto at the end, like Naruto's running or whatever, the anime run. He does that at the end, and then the Yankees end up scoring an insurance run, 9-4, New York.
For that double again, that double was supposed to be a homer. Like it looked out, but whatever.
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. You know,
it is what it is. He scored anyway. Like we said, he scored anyway.
Bottom eight, Britain loads up the bases to then not allow any runs. Britain's it's pretty annoying. I understand he has a 80% ground ball rate, but it seems like number one, he always has runners on base. Number two, it always feels like he's walking people. And number three, it just feels like it's some sort of situation every single time. It's never easy. It doesn't feel like it.
Never easy. I mean, maybe if Didi would have, had that grounder clean, like, picked it up cleanly, he would have got maybe a second, maybe first. But yeah, it's always something. It's like he's reading the David Robertson, like the whatever. Like he's just following what David Robertson did.
Like
but that. Yeah, I listen, man. The Houdini stuff, that's cool and all, but not every time you come out. Come on, man. Clean that up.
Not with that. Not with that. Especially if you walk Sam Travis. Like, come on, give me a break.
Yeah, not in Boston.
Yeah, not in Boston. So anyway, bottom 9, and then Chapman comes in, and then he ends up having troubles also because it's weird. I don't know what's going on here. Mookie Betts walks. You hate leadoff walks, Chris. You hate them.
Leadoff walks. Can't stand them.
Then gets Devers to fly out, and then that's like a line drive. That's not like, you know, he kind of hits that on a line a bit, and then to Cameron Maben. Then Bogart singles on, to left field. So now you got runners on first and second with one out. You're thinking, okay, whatever. A pass ball, because he kind of throws from Austin Romine, even though Chapman kind of throws that like kind of up and away, like really far, bro. It's a little difficult to get that. Runners on second and third now. JD Martinez strikes out swinging, which I think was huge. I think that was the biggest part, the biggest out of that inning. And
that was a slider.
I think so, but he got him swinging like over the pitch there, and then Benintendi would then he's so annoying, man, so annoying.
the single. Yeah, the single to score 2 9s, and at that point in time it was 9-6, and I'm like, oh man, come on.
I'm not nervous that we're losing the game. It's just annoying. I don't think that we're gonna lose the game. It's 2 outs, but I think that the Yankees will do it here. And
we've seen crazy things with 2 outs. Yeah.
I have seen it, but I don't think Chapman's not gonna give up. He's not gonna give up 5 runs in that inning. That's insane. I don't think so. I have a little bit more belief in Chapman than that. Yeah. Anyway, so. It's
supposed to be the high note of the series, and we're like, yeah, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, so he checks out Chavis swinging, and then Yankees win 9-6. We almost forgot what it sounded like to see Yankees. The Yankees win.
Yankees win. Now, talking about Chapman, Aroldis Chapman this is from Yankees source. He said Aroldis Chapman had a 6.35 ERA in the second half of 2018. That's 11 and a third innings pitched. Entering today with a 7.20 ERA in the second half of 2019, could be hitting a mid-season wall. So yeah, it's hasn't been that great for Chap.
Has not been that great for Chap, and then that is basically this series in a nutshell. Like, it's not easy no matter what, but nonetheless, Yankees get out of there with a win at least. Red Sox had a pretty good weekend, and they have to be coming in like, oh my God, we had Chris Sale on the mound, we should have swept. But nonetheless, they took 3 or 4, which I'm sure that they're happy about, being that they only won 1 game against the Yankees all season long. But still, we're able to do that there. Yankees are thinking like, you know what? It's not that bad if you really think about it. Like, we're allowed to lose a series every now and then. I get it that it's the Red Sox, but we lost 3 or 4. Our pitching staff look as bad as it's ever gonna ever look. Like, nobody's gonna pitch that bad ever, Chris. They're like,
especially consecutively. I think you know what it was when Tanaka had that start that he started like great and then he just fell off towards the end. That was against Colorado, right?
yes.
Yeah, that start. After that, the pitching has been trash. Like literally, like since that start. And I'm like, yo, it like back to back to back to back. And now Herman hopefully starting a positive trend with the Yankees pitching staff, especially with this day off, that you know things will be a lot more positive moving forward.
All right, Chris, who is your pinstripe film performer on the series? Yeah.
You're talking about. I'm gonna go with Herman. Listen, man. Anybody who could stop the atrociousness, if that's even a word, of the pitching staff and what they've been doing. And this guy's young, man. This is so impressive. Like I said earlier, like you know, in his start with the Torres error,
The
Torres error. I think you know any young pitcher would have unraveled, and he didn't, especially in you know against a lineup like this. He did great, man. 5 innings pitch, 3 earned against this lineup, 9 Ks. Beautiful, man. You deserve the Pinstripe Performer of this series. How about you, Joe? Who you got?
They gave it to him too.
Yeah, you can. No, you can't. The hell.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll give it to.
I thought that would be easy after talking about him too.
No, I know because I'm gonna give it to Urshela.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to Urshela. The man went and in the final game, he also had 2 hits. Also, he went 2 for 4. By the way, in case you guys didn't, know silver linings or whatever, he did go 2 for 4 with an RBI. But Gio Urshela in this game, and people keep, and I think Boone had a quote where he says people keep waiting for this guy to drop off, and he continues to deliver. Gio Urshela goes 6 for 8 in the series. That's great.
I got
6.
the quote.
Oh, you got the quote. Read the quote.
Read through the quote. I think everyone keeps waiting for him to fall off, and it's more good at bats. It seems like the better the competition, the bigger the spot. He seems to be a little better too.
Nice. I love Gio Urshela, and he had an error in this game also, and not an error, but just a ball that he could have turned into an out a little bit. It came off of his glove, and he could have did better on that. But he's really good, and he's a pleasant surprise.
And he's raising a lot of questions about what's going to happen with Van Duhar.
He's expendable.
It's tough to say that a runner-up for Rookie of the Year is expendable.
Well, and I say just because of the defensive side, he's just expendable because of that. The Yankees need to value defense. You can't do this offensive only thing if you're giving back the same amount of runs. Like, you just can't do it.
Exactly. And one of the things that that is very important for me to say, because we talk about Herman's mentality. He said this. I felt like it was my responsibility to put a stop. And good. I'm just telling you, man, amazing.
Like that. Who is your you
trash? You go first, Joe.
You trash, son.
You trash.
I mean, how can I? You know what? Fuck Paxton, bro. I'm giving it to Paxton. I was gonna say Tanaka because you started off the series. I could have said CC because it's like, oh shit, you had a lead. I could have said, some of the people, and I could have said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Judge. No, I'm gonna give it to fucking Paxton, bro. Paxton, How? You didn't give the Yankees a freaking chance, basically, with your good stuff. You had all the good stuff in the fucking world, 9 Ks, but allow this horrible pitching line here, and the Yankees don't even have a chance to be able to win this game. 4 innings out of you, bro. 9 hits, 7 earned runs. I
Four
don't care.
homers.
Unbelievable. I don't
Horrible.
want to hear it anymore, bro. And yo, you know what? His last 7 games here, a 5.97 ERA, Chris, 34 and 2/3 innings pitched, 49 hits, 23 earned runs, 14 walks, 46 strikeouts though, but a 1.82 whip. No thanks, man. You trash, son.
You trash.
Trash.
So my you trash is Judge.
Yeah.
I have to give it a Judge, man. 1 for 19, 6 Ks with 11 left on base.
No bueno.
It's not gonna cut it, buddy. And there's a lot of talk now with him not going the other way. I don't know if it's affecting his numbers. I mean, I know you. I think it was you that said it, that he's trying to cut down on his strikeouts, so he's trying to sign. Like I don't know what it is, bro. You're still striking out. I know the umpires are trash too, so a lot of them maybe not your fault so much, but you can't go 1 for 19, man. Now when we need you the most, they were talking about how in the regular season, Judge numbers is not all that, which they're actually atrocious too. In the playoffs is a lot better, but this is not the playoffs, man. In order for us to get there, we need you to hit. And right now, that's not the case. So, yeah, you trash Aaron Judge. Let's see you do better against who are we going against? The Diamondbacks? Arizona?
Going up against the Diamondbacks, I think, they said that his oblique won't be fully healed this year, and that's probably why he's not pulling any pitches. Probably hasn't pulled a home run all year. And I did say in our last podcast, I believe, or the podcast before that, I said something along the lines of, "Oh, I don't care as long as they go out." However, I started to look more into it, and the fact that you're not pulling it is not putting you in a situation where you're zapping your power, because if they do pitch you inside, I thought that they were only pitching him outside, Chris. They're pitching him inside, and there's pitches that he would crush inside, and he won't pull it. He'll just try to hit it the other way to the point that it's a ground ball or something weakly hit the other way, and that's kind of like, that's a concern to me.
Big concern.
So, yeah, Judge, you trash, son. Everybody gets one.
Yeah, man. So coming into today, I was already thinking about, I'm probably gonna like curse up a storm. I'm probably gonna go crazy on the podcast. The wind definitely, held me back a bit, even though a lot of the pitching performances was horrible. But just to perspective, go into the off day with a win and still 10 games up in the loss column against the Rays, against Boston, just feeling good all around. How about you?
No, I'm feeling good too. And the fact that they're gonna get 2 days off this week, I think that's gonna mean something. I think I'm interested to see what Brian Cashman is gonna do with the trade deadline. I know that he had all of these posturing quotes, but that's bullshit. Come on, Cashman, don't fucking tell me. And this whole acquiring people at your price thing, come on, give me a break. The time to win is now, okay? Hugging prospects is not going to get us there. Of course, you don't want to overpay if you don't think that this is going to be a difference maker, but let's see what we're doing. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a Q&A on Monday or whatever, live Q&A on YouTube. We'll answer some questions, trade deadline and all that stuff, so make sure you guys join us for that. But yeah, I mean, it's just I just think that the Yankees need to kind of get their shit together pitching wise, and then to give us some more belief. And maybe Sevy coming back, with whoever we acquire at the deadline would be great. And let's see.
Yeah, but Sevy's not coming back till September, so we definitely got to do something right now. I'm just hoping and praying that we don't fumble the ball again on pitching, because we've been doing that a lot. For some reason, we've been striking out with pitching. No pun intended. But
striking out looking. Luke Voigt.
Luke Voigt. Yeah, what's up with that? What's up with Luke Voigt striking out looking all this time, man? Even though that last strikeout was kind of questionable, but I don't know. He just have a tendency right now to strike out looking. Like, bro, stop doing that. That's not good.
Stop that thing.
Get off the couch.
Get off the couch. Anyway, so oh man, but yeah, I mean, guys, make sure you guys do leave a 5-star review on our podcast, of course, and make sure you do follow me at Joe's McFly on Twitter, Instagram, and of course on YouTube, and follow Chris at
Chris McFly 28 on Instagram and Twitter.
Yes, and guys, I know this podcast this one was a little long, but we had a lot of stuff to kind of break down, and it's a 4-game series against the Red Sox and all that stuff. But nonetheless, thank you guys for sticking with us, and we do appreciate it, man. But like I always say, make sure you do keep your pinstripes on, keep them strong, and let's go Yankees, all right? Tell them, Noah. The fuck?